When they announced Trump was the winner at like what, 1:30 a.m., what was your guys' reactions?
Well, I saw it the next morning, and I do have to say that I was relieved, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it the next morning too. We both worked, and I was definitely relieved. I'm ready for our prices to go down.
What's up, beautiful people of YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. It's a new day. Yes, it is. My name is Elaru, your amazing host, and today I'm back with an amazing video and check out with you guys. This is called Where'd All the Democrats Go? We all know Caitlyn Bennett. We all know what she does. And I can't wait to get right into this. You know the Drew guys, we talk less and we react more. Let's check this out.
So you thought Kamala would have brought change?
I would have hoped so, yes.
Okay. What kind of change were you hoping that you could have seen her implement?
I was hoping she was going to be able to take kind of what Joe Biden was planning on doing more for the LGBT community and bring that a little bit more.
Can you tell me what exactly that is? Because I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Does he have a plan for the LGBTQ community?
I don't honestly know. So, you're adorable. You caught me.
It has finally happened. Donald Trump is headed right back to the White House where he belongs. There's a massive red wave that went across the country that we were told was not going to happen, but they lied. We're here in Lakeland, Florida, asking people just out on the streets what they feel after learning about this accomplishment of Donald Trump's. Let's go see if anybody's a little upset.
Oh my.
All right, I don't have to ask you who you voted for.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so did you stay up the entire time?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, what did you think when you just saw everything rolling in and it's like swing states to Trump and everything and then they called it?
You know, I guessed at the beginning that it would be a landslide, and I was right.
Did you guys stay up the whole night?
I tried to.
I stayed up till 2.
Till 2? Okay. What was your reaction when you saw the results roll in and that was for Trump?
Well, we were actually at an election party prior to this, so we were all there for Trump. Pretty much. We were all, well, around like 10 o'clock, we all said that he's gonna win. Yeah. I was so nervous, but
I know, I was scared to check my phone in the morning. It's either gonna be like really good or nobody's gonna say anything.
Did you stay up the whole time or did you find out the next morning who won?
I went to bed around 11 o'clock.
Okay, yeah.
And it was already looking a little red, so I was already disappointed, so I just let it go.
Yeah, okay. So what was your reaction when you saw the results?
I was a little disappointed, but, you know, America decided, and that's what they wanted, was somebody who'd already done it. Change would have been great, but...
So you thought Kamala would have brought change?
I would have hoped so, yes.
Okay. What kind of change were you hoping that you could have seen her implement?
I was hoping she was going to be able to take kind of what Joe Biden was planning on doing more for the LGBT community and bring that a little bit more.
Can you tell me what exactly that is? Because I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Does he have a plan for the LGBTQ community?
I don't honestly know. So, you're adorable. You caught me.
Or do you work for CNN?
I sure don't. Sure don't. And I sure don't work for Fox News either, so.
When they announced Trump was the winner at like what, 1:30 a.m., what was your guys' reactions?
Well, I saw it the next morning, and I do have to say that I was relieved, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it the next morning too. We both worked, and I was definitely relieved. I'm ready for our prices to go down.
So Trump won?
Wow.
Were you expecting that?
yes, hoping for it.
Hoping for
Yes.
it. Okay, so when you saw the election results rolling in, at what point were you very confident that he was going to win?
I stayed up the whole time because I wanted to make sure. I was like, I'm not going to bed until I know exactly what it was. But, you know, I think the American people spoke, and, you know, I'm happy that Trump won. I agree with his policies. I think he is going to, you know, hoping that he's going to turn, you know, America around and the hardships that we've had the last 4 years. So, yeah, I'm happy with it.
Were you surprised of all the swing states went to him? Like, wow, this was not a close margin like they said. He won the popular vote. What does that tell you about our country?
I kind of, we were talking about this a little bit today. The country just wasn't ready for a woman to be president, which was also a little bit disappointing.
I knew
they wanted to
that
go with
was gonna
somebody
come into
who
play.
they had before, something that they were more comfortable with. regardless of some of the comments he makes, right, that offend some people. They were just comfortable with, you know, what he was going to do.
Yeah, do you think he did a good job the first time? You think that's what people were looking at, that maybe they were better off under him than under Biden and Kamala?
I think they were looking at how the economy was when he was in office, right? They were looking at what the prices were. It was all pre-COVID. You know, could that have been situational? Absolutely. Could it have been some of the things that he was trying to do? Absolutely. But I don't know.
Yeah, okay, no, we'll be right there. That was my babysitter calling. I have to go. My baby is crying, and she's like, you have to pay me $1 million to deal with this crying baby right now. Come feed your kid. So I need your help. If you want me to continue coming out here and creating this content that you love, go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett. $5 a month gets you into my private Facebook group where we can chat one-on-one, share some jokes, and celebrate the outcome of this election. Or alternatively, you can leave a super thanks right below, and you don't have to sign up for anything. Thanks. How'd you feel when Donald Trump won the election?
It made sense.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why I would vote for the other side.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And I think he's vitriol and horrific, egregious in his words. And yet, still, Harris didn't make any sense. She was word salad. He might have been crazy salad, but I got that crazy salad.
This is the way I see it. I believe, I'm a Christian, I believe that God is the one to make the ultimate choice. We vote, but still God's choice. So I believe Donald Trump is the man that he wanted in there. If he wanted Kamala Harris, she would have made president.
All right.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Are you happy with the results, or would you prefer it went the other way? Or
Well, I believe because the president can't do no more with Congress and the legislature and all that do, so they got control. You know, he just that's the face of the United States, whoever the president is. So it really doesn't matter, because I believe God is in control of all this. You know, the atmosphere, the everything. You know, so he's the man that he wanted there for the next 4 years.
yeah. So you think people were ready for a woman vice
guy.
president, but not a woman president?
I was hoping people were ready for a woman president. Don't get me wrong. Like, I thought that would have been absolutely fantastic.
Why? Why specifically a woman president? What do you think gender has to do with that role?
I don't think that the
Exactly.
gender has anything necessarily to do with it. It would be just something different,
It would
I
be
guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like women are a little bit more open to change, a little bit more open to caring for people in general, right? Have a little bit more of an open
all
mind
women
for stuff
do.
like that. They both are going to do a great job, or would have done a great job.
It was obvious people were fed up, you know, the alphabet, mafia. yeah. The abortion issues, especially the economy.
Yes.
Like, for instance, I go to the grocery
Said the
store, like,
alphabets people.
what I would spend like $20, I get like half what I used to get 4 years ago. So that makes a lot of difference.
A lot of women, more women than ever, have voted for a Republican. What's going on with us, ladies? This is a good thing, but what do you think is changing amongst women? Do you have an opinion?
I think it's just, I don't know, for us, I've always, I grew up in the church, so I grew up very much with, our rights, and I know Maria did too. We've just kind of grown up with the Christian background, and just having, not having abortions go all the way up until you can conceive is just kind of a big thing. And I think it's a lot of women are realizing that that's wrong, but then you also have this side that also is very strong for it.
We've literally only found one Kamala supporter here. I don't know where the heck all of them are, but according to the polls, there aren't a lot anyway. do they all agree with you?
For the most part, yes.
For the most part. Oh, there's someone out there that's an outlier.
Am I going to be a meme later, and I'm going to regret my life?
No, you won't regret your life.
Okay.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
fine.
hold you. I'm going to hold you now.
Oh my.
That's not up to me. I'm not going to make you a meme. How did you feel? What were your thoughts, initial reactions?
Well, I'm actually from Osceola County, So there are a lot of Trump supporters there. So I figure he was going to win.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not upset. I mean, it goes either way. So in the end of the day, basically, you make the country how you want to make it. So either way, who's in the office. But basically, it's one person at a time.
Yeah. So what do you hope to see from Trump the next 4 years?
Taxes, lower taxes. Definitely economy better because you can feel that inflation. Inflation, yeah. So I'm hoping that gets taken care of a little better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why do you think Kamala lost? Is there anything you can point to where you're like, I think that may have been it for her?
I feel like just coming in from Joe Biden's basically perspective, it was already at a negative. So I think that didn't help at all.
Yeah.
Maybe if the Democrat they played better, had better, I guess, if Joe Biden was a little better coming into it, it might have been a different outcome. But
you think she just kind of like had a Joe Biden like just stained from his poor job?
Yeah.
So now that Trump's back in office, what do you hope to see from him in the next 4 years?
I want to move out of my parents' house.
My parents' house, but yeah.
I want to buy a house.
What if I want everything just the economy to go lower, right? Right?
What?
Like the prices. Yeah, I want the prices to go lower. Yeah.
I need some
My
groceries.
groceries are like $300 just for me a week. So
That would be great.
I would love for it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What do you hope to see from him in the next 4 years?
What do I hope to see from Trump in the next 4 years? Help us with those $5 gun prices. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I guess what I'd be looking for most is see a change in a positive way in inflation. At least for us, like middle class people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, same. I'd probably say the same.
How did you feel when he told you that Donald Trump had won?
Like I felt before, is that God's going to choose the candidate, and I was pleased.
You were pleased? Okay, that's actually what that gentleman just said. That is so crazy. He said the exact same thing that you said. Well, it's in God's hands, so whoever he wants there is going to be there. What do you hope to see from him in the next 4 years?
Well, it's too much cause he's up and down. I just hope he keep gas low, keep us from going into wars, and keep the economy good, so we can make it. So us poor people, the guys that don't have that rich, big money, can maintain.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good Thursday.
They started with joy, and then they switched to you know what? This is not working. Now we're gonna go, after him, saying he's a Hitler, he's a fascist, he's gonna do this and that. He had 4 years. He's never done that.
Yeah, we literally have a track record to prove them wrong. Yeah. Well, I'm glad the American people saw through all of that. So never ever have I been somewhere where liberals are the quiet ones that are scared to voice their opinions and just speak loudly and boldly and publicly about really anything, but especially how much they don't like Trump supporters or Trump himself. I am running into a few liberals and they do not want to talk to me. They feel uncomfortable to express their opinions, which is brand new, but how's it feel?
Man, I knew she was not gonna leave this video without jabbing them. Like, for real, where they all go? I've never seen liberals quiet, like, in my life. I've never seen that. Yeah, they always have something to say, and they're always the loudest set of people. But, man, they're uncomfortable to talk to her. That's new. That's so new. I believe they'll be very uncomfortable for the next 4 years because what they are vying for isn't what Trump wants. So, joy is in the air. Not just in America, but I think I may be exaggerating a little bit if I say all over the world, but everyone is happy at the outcome of this election. And I feel like everyone's expecting a lot. And I know Donald Trump, because, as I said, he has a track record of 4 years. He did a lot for those 4 years, and he's going to do more in this next 4 years. So, maybe not everybody's expectations might be met, but I think life would become easier for Americans as a whole. I think the country order would be, maintained. I think a lot of things that are going haywire now will be back to normal. I feel like, just as that woman said, God put the right person, or God put the person that he wanted as president. So a lot of people seem pleased. A lot of people seem pleased and they're quite happy with this outcome. The only man that didn't seem quite happy was he said he felt America wasn't ready for a female vice president. I mean, gender aside, what did she have to offer? A lot of Americans were getting fed up with the whole policies or the whole thing going on in the country. But one person did say something though, and maybe, just maybe, we could all key into that. He said that, well, most people won't vote for her now because she has recovered by the stain of the Joe Biden administration. I mean, who knows? That could be a fact. But then, the track record just speaks for itself. What has she done for the past years as vice president? And what has Donald Trump done for his past years as president? Now that he has won the election, we all look forward to what he's going to do in his next 4 years as president. If the liberals are uncomfortable now that he has just won, then I guess there's a lot more discomfort at the end of the tunnel for them for this next 4 years. Anyway, guys, leave your comments below in the comment section. Please remember to leave a thumbs up at the end of this video. If you joined us for the first time, please click that bell button to be notified whenever we drop a new video. Also, remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe. Win for Trump.